Hey everyone, Mango7Roll here. How we doing today? Welcome to another episode of Epic 7, and this is holy bejesus, this is a juicy one. There is so much here, and a lot I haven't read yet because they just updated the update content note shenanigans. So we're just gonna storm through this. There's a lot of amazing things to talk about, and a couple videos to watch which are just amazing as well. So the first thing here is they're changing the adventurer's path to epic proportions. Is that the right terminology? They're adding so many things, a bunch of buffs, like you'll be able to get 100% rune buffs. You'll be able to get a ton of everything, literally everything. Molagora summons, you can see on the bottom, 5-star hero ticket I believe at the end. There's so much stuff coming in this, mainly to help newer players, but us older players as well are also going to get boatloads of stuff, which is just awesome. Such a great change. Stuff like this is really important for newer players as well, to not get lost in the game. So this is something they desperately needed. I'm really happy they did. So this is exciting. Next up, we can see some more stuff. We've got the new buffs here. 5-star hero summon ticket, 5-star artifact summon ticket, and more. So we will get a ton of stuff there. We also have not Araminta, but I will accept Mui's exclusive equipment. So 16% effectiveness as her base stats here, and she also has 10% chance effect chance on punishment, which I don't remember if that's her skill 2 or skill 1, but either way I don't think that's the one that's going to be used. And her 2 grand finales here, both of which are fantastic. 35% chance to grant an extra turn, and the other grand finale silences the enemy with the highest CR for 1 turn after using grand finale. So both of those are pretty fantastic. I'm not sure which one is going to end up being used. Personally, as a YouTuber who likes to do fun things, there's no way in the history of the world I am using anything but 35% chance to grant an extra turn. I've always said if Mui could do 2 things at once, then she would be amazing. So 35% of the time, she's going to be amazing. I'm pretty hyped about this. We then have Assassin Collie, somebody I don't have built. A pretty great setup as well. She can do specialized things like 3 souls from the opponent when ambush is used. But most importantly, I believe, is murder, her skill 3. Immunity for 2 turns after using murder. Also, I just noticed it says what skill it is here. So the punishment is skill 2, not skill 1. And she has attack percent as the main stat. I really wish the boost to her stats was crit chance, because one of the hardest parts with a Collie is getting her gear up there, you know? So having crit chance on that instead would really help people enable her to be used, but it's still fantastic. I'm pretty sure you're just gonna immunity the whole time with this, unless you're specifically doing something with ambush, because this could stop people from using souls in longer battles, and having that attached to a skill 1 that can protect themselves might be pretty fantastic. Next up, we have the World Arena Ardor season, and this is a bunch of frames here and a Fallen Cecilia skin. We don't know what the Fallen Cecilia skin is or looks like yet, so we will figure that out when we go. I'm really not confused. I'm really curious what they're going to do for her skin, because right now she's just so great as she is. Are they going to put more clothes on her and make her more like regal, or are they going to take some clothes off? I don't know. Find out on whatever that's released. Then we have World Arena Ranked Battle Log. This is 1 step closer to full replays. So this is going to show you the last 10 matches you've had, your pick and ban choice and everything like that. Basically everything but the replay. And we're getting into the juicy stuff now. Team formation expanded. So we're getting 5 extra team formations. I actually really did need this. There are about 3 slots I have to keep rotating. Like for my PvP, for example, I have like 3 to 4 teams I use depending on the enemy when I'm actually PvPing. And then there's 1 for each hunt, even though I don't really need golems anymore. And then there's like dog walkers. Basically, I need like 12 or 13. So having 15 is fantastic. I think that covers everything in the game. Pretty stoked about that. Next up, we have Adventures in Winter Wonderland, and I think we're getting to the point where we get to watch a video, which is exciting. And this is a 2-part festival: Constellan Snowflake Festival week 1 to 2, and then Wonderland week 3. And look at the art. on Wonderland Week 3. I am so unbelievably stoked for this, and I'm actually really excited for the background packs for it, because this is the art style I love. I just love the not the happiness, I guess it is happiness, the playfulness of the style. So I'm stoked for this. And then we have the artifact, the free one you're getting. This is a Celestine that only targets the highest attack. Not really too great of an artifact, but it's free, so maybe some niche cases. Is it niche or niche? I never know. Maybe some cases you'll be able to figure out which, like where to use this, and it might be useful somewhere. Next up, friendship gift item. So now we're going to be able to give people friendship bonuses. We get to bribe them instead of actually using them. We get to just feed them with whatever these things are, and it boosts their friendship, which is just fantastic. I love this. This helps work towards extra Molagors and skill ups towards different units. Obviously, I would rather have more in-game means to do this outside of just shoving items in their face, but this is fantastic. You can't really argue with this, right? Next up is the 7-day Christmas check-in event. So you're going to get a 5-star hero ticket at the end, 100 Mystic Medals, 15 of those transmits, 2 Molagora, some other stuff, and an eye level 78 speed set. So me personally, it's very hard for me to use 78 gear, so these have to roll insanely well to be good, just because we can't reforge them. I would love if they added a system to reforge everything up to 90. I think that would be great, and one of the best feedbacks I think I can give to make non-Wyvern gear a little more fun, I guess. And next up, ba-boom! Did you see who that was? Ba-boom! Well, let's watch a video and find out. Okay, the first video we're gonna watch is for Adventures in a Winter Wonderland. This is the side story, and it's beautiful. Look at her. Really, really well done. Love that little thing. Just give us the anime already. I love how much they're focusing on Elena. I think she's very, very, very photogenic. Is that the word? I think she works really well for cutscenes like that. So now we're going to quite possibly the character I am most excited for in a long time, specifically the skill 3. Are you ready for this? The skill 3 is insane.
Join me for a tea party? I have prepared a wonderfully cruel fairy tale for you.
Aya is the artist that won the contest.
Happy endings are so boring, don't you think?
Wow. Wow is all I have to say to that skill 3. That skill 3 is just insane. Look at the art here. Look at the art. It's just absolutely beautiful. Look, ooh, look at Sarala up there. That's just amazing. And then I wanna go through to see her skill 2 as well, since that also has a pretty sweet art. And then we'll look at the skills. So let's see her in combat here. This is the skill 3. She throws a card. I want that T set so bad. And then her skill 2 here. We'll read all the skills in a second. Don't worry, don't worry. Here we go. Here's the skill 2. So cool, so cool, so cool. Okay, let's go back to my slideshow and we'll talk a little bit about that. Okay, so Fairy Tale Tenebria. She is an ice mage. Surprise, surprise. She's also limited, 100% limited. So get her while you can, because she looks pretty nuts, and not to mention fun. So this is her skill 3. Lures all enemies with a tea party and attacks, spelling 1 buff, making them unable to be buffed for 2 turns, and inflicting redirected provoke for 2 turns for 1 turn. All I have to do is read that out and I still mess it up. So the way redirected provoke works is it makes it so target attacks the enemy with the highest max health with a basic skill until end of turn. So pretty sweet. 5-turn cooldown there, acquires 3 souls, down to 4 turn cooldown as well. No effect chance on this whatsoever, so it's 100% chance outside of them resisting, of course. Pretty comparable to Basar's skill 3, but does not have the burn alongside it, so that's something to keep in mind. I love this though. I love the provoke. That's pretty nutso IMO. After using Maya for a bit, I've realized how good provoke is for stuff like that, especially like an AoE provoke. And next up we have Wildcard. This is her skill 2. Sorry for the framing. Activate Shuffle. When an ally is attacked by an enemy afflicted with Provoke or redirected Provoke, Shuffle can only be activated once per turn, so this not only works with her skill 3, but also works with anybody else who provokes on your team, maybe like a Fallen Cecilia, for example. And what this does is it attacks all enemies and inflicts a random debuff for 1 turn. Successful attack inflicts additional damage when the target is inflicted with Provoke or redirected Provoke. Additional damage increases proportionate to the target's max HP. So it kind of does all of the things, which is fantastic, and I am just pretty stoked for this. And such a cool ability. And her skill 1 is not really like amazing when you look at it, but it is 1 pair and it attacks the enemy with mystical power with a 30% chance, goes up to 45% with Molagoras, and to inflict poison for 1 turn. It also grants an extra turn. This one I think is deceptively good, perhaps not as good, well, definitely not as good as Ignore's effect resistance on her skill 3, but this is going to allow her to be pretty solid for PvE, assuming there's a boss out there that doesn't just immediately dispel everything and punish you for infinity debuffs. And you can also grant an extra turn to cycle into your cooldowns again. So I do really like this. I do wish it was 10 souls instead of 20. I think that would help it out a lot. I think 20 souls for a skill 1 is kind of a little too much, but overall pretty great. And I do like the poison. Poison is great for PvE. I'm really happy with that. Then we have our artifact here. There's the art. Love the art, of course. And this is Fairy Tale for a Nightmare. And this does, if the caster attacks when it's not their turn, deals 1500 fixed damage to the target. So this is going to boost up her skill 2. Obviously, it's going to boost up any sort of counter attacks. It's going to boost a lot of stuff. I'm not sure how much 1500 fixed damage is, but it seems like a lot. Especially if you attach it onto like a Dizzy or something like that. But the thing is, you're losing Ayala Violin, you're using Abyssal Crown, you're using all the good artifacts. So I'm really curious how this turns out. And keep in mind, don't look at 1500 fixed damage to the target. Look at 750 fixed damage to the target, because that's what most of us are going to have. So it's a lot less amazing or interesting when you look at like the 750 to 1000 range instead of the 1500 range. I'm not sure what it'll be at around like level 18 is probably what we can expect most people to have, maybe like 1200-ish. So that's kind of cool too. But wait, there's more. Next up is the Tenebria drop rate for her. This is of course happening right after maintenance tomorrow. I'm excited. That's amazing. I'm gonna as much triple S her as possible. I don't think I can, but I'm gonna do my best. I have no bookmarks. I'm gonna have to spend money just to get her at this point because of what Mort did to me. I got morted, okay? Then we have her stats, which I should have shown earlier, but 115 base speed. And a lot of people were saying she's too slow to be an opener, but 115 speed isn't too slow to be an opener. It is if you're in RTA against people that are 300 speed, but for like 99% of people, for PvE, for Guild War, for Arena, 115 base speed is by far enough. He also has 18% base effectiveness to help everything out. He also has pretty great attack, pretty great defense actually, and pretty low HP. And as well is her imprint concentration is 27% effectiveness, which is pretty fantastic as well. And it's an RGB unit, so you can get that effectiveness up a little bit easier, even though she's limited. So I'm pretty happy with this. I do like the effectiveness, imprint concentration. I think that's great. It's going to make her a lot easier to build. And then we have the moment I've been waiting for a year and a half. That is Silverblade Araminth is coming to the Mystic Summon rotation. I am stressed out about this. I have no Mystics left. At this point on, I am stopping spending my Mystic medals, so I'm going to just be okay with the fact that I'm not getting Operator Secret, and at this point, every last Mystic I get is going towards Silverblade Aramintha. I'm going to try not to spend $600 when she comes out to get her. but I don't know if I can do that. I'm kind of stressed out about it, but my favorite unit of all time, my favorite VA, everything about this is awesome. I'm so flipping excited, and I hope I get her. And then the coin shop rotation is ML Ken, Crow, and Charlotte for anybody who can see the coin shop, because I sure can't. Then we have drop rate up for Secret and Cradle of Life. Then we have drop rate up for Lilibet and Creation of Destruction. I would not summon for Lilibet. I probably would summon for Sigrid. Sigrid is insane if you don't have her, but it's hard with Tenebria coming, so it really depends on where you're sitting right now with your bookmarks. There's more. Then we have the Automata Tower renewal preview. So there's a bunch of slides on this, but the way this works is they're now making it reset every 2 weeks instead of a month. They're now making it 25 floors instead of 100. They're now making it different difficulties, 1 to 5. They're now making it 1 wave instead of 2 waves, and I believe they're also making it kind of AFK arena style with different artifacts. That's the bad word here. With different things that boost your stats that are random just for this. It's hard to explain, but I believe they're making it that way as well. Also, your hero's HP do not reset after each battle, so you're not going to just be able to zerg it down. So basically, these are ways to buff your heroes, basically. It's really confusing. If you've ever played, I would say Guardian Tales, their Camazon Tower, if you've ever played AFK Arena, I keep blurring today, I'm sorry. If you've ever played AFK Arena, they also have a similar setup, and it's going to be cool. Like, for example, these are things you're going to be able to randomly pick. Like 3 will show up and you pick 1, and like this one boosts your speed, for example. This one boosts your knights. This one boosts your fire units, stuff like that, just for the dungeons. So going to be really great. I hope they make this fun and not frustrating. Epic 7 has had a really hard time balancing PvE to the point where everything is either a pushover or just the most frustrating thing in the history of the world, and nobody likes it. So I really hope they find that balance and kind of maintain it. Also to note, 88 accessories are coming from this as well, which is pretty sweet. And this is all coming on February 2021. January Automata Tower ending schedule will be adjusted. So that's pretty cool. And now we still have more to look at because I was told there would be more in the patch notes. So let's go there. Here is the 1224 update content. I'm going to scroll through a lot of this since we've talked about it, but I just want to see if there's anything specifically missing here, like the 78 speed gear is one thing they specifically mention. So we can see the friendship here. We can see Aether with his little smirk on his little face there. We can see a snowflake ring, so that's an eye level 78 hit rate ring. Hopefully like effectiveness with substats that matter, specifically only speed. Nope, it's attack percent, but it still has speed, which is great. Pretty great subs. Actually, no, that's not great subs at all. That's horrible. Defense, effect resistance, and effectiveness? Come on, game. And then the crit neck with attack effect. What's the point? What's the point? We have all of this stuff, which we already saw, which is pretty sweet. She's an ice mage. We already know that. I don't know what catalyst she's going to take. Somebody tell me in the comments so I can farm them, because I'm going to forget by the time I finish recording this video. Are they going to show the speed gear? Are they going to show the speed gear? 2 new exclusive. They forgot about Era. It's okay. I understand. Title screen change. Okay, I like this title screen. I love seeing Iceria together. I love it. I love it. I love it. Christmas. Okay, Christmas is back, which is cool. Hopefully the music is here too. Some more shop thingies. I'm assuming we're going to get some special packs as well. Story, battle. Sorry for just scrolling through this, but there's so much and we've already covered pretty much all of it. Price adjustment for certain countries. I wonder if we're going to get screwed more in Canada. Okay, so yeah, so they didn't show the gear, but they did show a couple things, specifically those hit rate pieces. So we're going to stop here. There is so much. Let me know what you're most excited for, which is obviously going to be the Tenebria. Thank you so much for watching. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe as always, and I'll talk to you later. Bye, everybody.